slams on the brakes and climbs off the motorcycle. The reaction was perfectly timed.
Have you ever heard of divine apparitions in modern times? Imagine walking down a street and witnessing a celestial vision so powerful that it shakes you to your core. Today, we embark on an extraordinary journey to uncover the astonishing reports of Jesus and an army of angels appearing across the United States. These divine encounters have left witnesses in awe, their lives forever changed by what they saw. But what are these appearances? Are they miracles, illusions, or something else entirely? In this video, we delve into the heart of these mystical sightings, presenting you with gripping eyewitness accounts that defy explanation. We'll explore the impact these encounters have had on individuals and communities, raising questions about the nature and purpose of such events. Could these be messages from the divine, urging us to reflect and change? Or are they phenomena that science has yet to fully understand? Stay with us as we unravel these mysteries. We'll look at historical precedents, analyze contemporary reports, and consider various interpretations, from the deeply spiritual to the rigorously scientific. By the end of this video, you'll have a broader perspective on these remarkable occurrences, and, perhaps, your own thoughts about their significance. But first, let's set the stage with an understanding of how these appearances have been reported. Imagine a quiet town where nothing out of the ordinary ever happens. One day, a group of people witness a radiant figure descending from the sky, surrounded by a host of angels. The air is filled with a sense of peace and awe. For the witnesses, this isn't just a vision. It's a profound spiritual experience that they can't easily explain. These stories aren't isolated. Across the country, there have been numerous reports of similar encounters. In each case, the witnesses describe a sense of overwhelming love and presence, something that changes them forever. Skeptics might argue that these are just hallucinations or tricks of the light, but for those who have experienced them, there's no doubt about what they saw. We'll also hear from experts who have studied these phenomena extensively. They offer insights into the psychological and cultural factors that might contribute to these experiences. Are they manifestations of deep-seated spiritual yearnings? Or could there be a more tangible, yet unexplained force at work? Moreover, we'll explore the reactions of religious communities to these reports. Many see them as a sign of divine intervention, a call to faith, and a reminder of the presence of higher powers in our lives. We'll discuss how these encounters have inspired faith, brought communities together, and even led to personal transformations. Furthermore, we will look into the historical context of these divine appearances, comparing them with past events and understanding how they fit into the broader tapestry of human spiritual experiences. By drawing parallels and distinctions, we hope to shed light on why these events might be occurring now and what they signify for our times. So, prepare yourself for an enlightening journey. Whether you are a believer, a skeptic, or somewhere in between, this video promises to challenge your perceptions and open your mind to the extraordinary. Let's dive into these incredible accounts and see what truths they might reveal. As we move forward, consider the profound questions these appearances raise. What would it mean if these sightings were true? How would our understanding of reality and faith be transformed? And most importantly, what messages might these divine encounters hold for us, urging us to live with greater awareness, compassion, and purpose? To truly understand the significance of these modern-day apparitions of Jesus and an army of angels, we need to delve into the historical context of such phenomena. Reports of divine apparitions have been a part of human history for centuries, deeply embedded in various religious and cultural traditions. Historically, there have been numerous accounts of divine appearances dating back to ancient times. In Christianity, one of the most well-known apparitions is the appearance of the Virgin Mary in various parts of the world, such as Lourdes in France and Fatima in Portugal. These events have not only become significant religious sites, but also symbolize divine intervention and messages of hope and faith. The early Christian church was rife with reports of angelic appearances. Angels were seen as messengers of God, delivering important revelations and guidance to the faithful. For example, in the New Testament, the angel Gabriel appears to Mary to announce the birth of Jesus, a pivotal moment in Christian theology. When comparing these early reports with contemporary sightings, several similarities and differences emerge. Historically, divine apparitions were often seen by individuals who played significant roles in religious history: prophets, saints, and other holy figures. These appearances were usually tied to major religious events or messages intended for the broader community. In contrast, modern reports of Jesus and angelic apparitions seem to occur more randomly and are witnessed by ordinary people. This democratization of divine encounters could suggest a shift in how these phenomena are perceived and the role they play in contemporary spirituality. Despite the differences, there are striking commonalities across historical and modern reports. Witnesses often describe a sense of overwhelming peace and love, accompanied by visual phenomena such as bright lights or radiant figures. These experiences are frequently life-changing, leading to renewed faith, spiritual awakening, and sometimes even miraculous healings. Moreover, both historical and modern apparitions often occur during times of crisis or significant change. In history, many of these events took place during periods of religious persecution, war, or social upheaval. Similarly, recent reports of divine appearances often emerge during personal or collective crises, suggesting a timeless connection between human suffering and the search for divine intervention. The impact of these apparitions on culture and religion cannot be overstated. Historically, divine appearances have inspired the construction of churches, the establishment of pilgrimage sites, and the creation of countless works of art and literature. These events have solidified faith, fostered community cohesion, and even influenced political movements. In modern times, the impact remains profound. Reports of Jesus and angelic apparitions continue to draw significant attention, inspiring documentaries, books, and media coverage. These phenomena resonate deeply with believers, offering a sense of hope and reaffirming their faith in a higher power. While divine apparitions hold immense religious significance, they have also been subject to skepticism and scientific scrutiny. Throughout history, skeptics have questioned the validity of these experiences, often attributing them to psychological phenomena, hallucinations, or cultural influences. Modern science offers various theories to explain these apparitions. Some researchers suggest that intense spiritual experiences, such as those reported by witnesses, could be linked to neurological processes in the brain. Others propose that these sightings might be influenced by environmental factors or collective psychological states, especially during times of stress or crisis. Different religious traditions interpret these apparitions in unique ways. In Christianity, appearances of Jesus and angels are often seen as divine interventions, messages from God meant to guide and comfort the faithful. These events are typically regarded as miracles, reinforcing religious teachings and encouraging deeper devotion. In other religious contexts, similar phenomena are interpreted within the framework of their own beliefs. For instance, in Islam, visions of prophets or angelic beings are viewed as significant spiritual events, while in Hinduism, divine manifestations are seen as the presence of deities in the material world. The resurgence of reports about Jesus and an army of angels appearing in the United States raises intriguing questions about their modern-day significance. Why are these sightings happening now? What messages might they convey in today's context? One perspective is that these apparitions serve as a call for spiritual renewal. In a world facing numerous challenges, from social and political turmoil to environmental crises, these divine encounters might be urging humanity to return to spiritual values, fostering greater compassion, unity, and hope. Another interpretation is that these appearances are a response to the deep-seated spiritual hunger in contemporary society. As traditional religious structures evolve and new spiritual movements emerge, people are seeking direct, personal experiences of the divine. These apparitions, therefore, could be seen as manifestations of this quest for deeper spiritual connection and meaning. Understanding the historical context of divine apparitions provides valuable insights into the modern reports of Jesus and an army of angels appearing across the United States. By examining the patterns, impacts, and interpretations of these phenomena throughout history, we can better appreciate their significance in today's world. As we continue to explore these extraordinary accounts, we will delve into compelling eyewitness stories, analyze scientific and religious perspectives, and reflect on the cultural impact of these divine encounters. Stay with us as we uncover the profound mysteries and potential messages behind these heavenly apparitions. Now, let's delve into the heart of these remarkable stories by exploring the first-hand accounts of those who claim to have witnessed the appearances of Jesus and an army of angels in the United States. These stories are not just fascinating but also deeply moving, providing a glimpse into experiences that defy ordinary understanding. Our first story takes us to a small town in Texas. It was an ordinary summer evening when a group of local residents witnessed something extraordinary. As they gathered for their weekly prayer meeting, a bright light suddenly filled the room. According to the witnesses, the light was so intense that it illuminated the entire space with a divine radiance. In the center of this light, they saw a figure resembling Jesus, surrounded by a host of angels. One of the witnesses, Sarah, recalls the event vividly. The moment the light appeared, I felt an overwhelming sense of peace and love. It was as if time stood still, and all my worries vanished. The figure of Jesus was so clear and the angels around him were glowing. It felt like heaven had come down to earth. The impact of this event on the community was profound. Many who were present reported a renewed sense of faith and purpose in their lives. They began to gather more frequently for prayer and community service, inspired by the divine encounter. Next, we moved to the vast deserts of Arizona, where a lone traveler named Michael had an unexpected encounter. Michael, a seasoned hiker, was exploring a remote trail when he noticed an unusual glow in the distance. Curiosity piqued. He decided to investigate. As he approached, he saw what he describes as an army of angels standing in formation, with Jesus at the center, his arms outstretched as if blessing the land. Michael's account is detailed and passionate. I've always considered myself a rational person, not prone to seeing things that aren't there. But this was real. The angels were majestic, and the figure of Jesus was so serene and powerful. I felt a profound connection to something greater than myself, something divine. This experience transformed Michael. He abandoned his materialistic pursuits and dedicated his life to spiritual exploration and helping others find their path. He now shares his story widely, hoping to inspire others to seek the divine in their own lives. In the bustling streets of New York City, amidst the noise and chaos, a group of office workers experienced a moment of divine intervention. It was during their lunch break, and they were gathered in a small park. Suddenly, a brilliant light enveloped them, and in the light, they saw the unmistakable figure of Jesus, surrounded by angels singing harmoniously. Jessica, one of the office workers, recounts the experience. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. The light was warm and comforting, and the music from the angels was heavenly. Seeing Jesus there, in the middle of New York City, made me realize that the divine is present everywhere, even in the most unlikely places. This encounter had a ripple effect on the group. They formed a spiritual support network, meeting regularly to discuss their experiences and support each other in their spiritual journeys. The event also inspired them to engage in various charitable activities, spreading love and kindness in their community. Our next account comes from a small church in Alabama. During a regular Sunday service, the congregation experienced what they describe as a divine visitation. As they sang hymns, a radiant light descended upon the church. In the light, they saw Jesus and an army of angels, their presence filling the room with an overwhelming sense of peace and joy. Pastor John, who was leading the service, shares his experience. I've always had faith, but seeing Jesus and the angels in our church was beyond anything I could have imagined. It was a powerful affirmation of our faith, and a reminder that we are never alone. The congregation's response was one of unity and increased devotion. Many reported feeling a deepened connection to their faith and a renewed commitment to their spiritual practices. The church became a beacon of hope and inspiration for the wider community, attracting new members who were moved by the stories of the divine encounter. In California, a family experienced a miraculous healing following a divine encounter. Emily, a mother of two, had been battling a severe illness for years. One night, as her family prayed for her recovery, a bright light filled their home. In the light, they saw Jesus and angels, their presence bringing a sense of calm and hope. Emily describes the event. The light was so pure and beautiful. Seeing Jesus and the angels gave me strength. I felt a warmth spread through my body, and from that moment, my health began to improve. Emily's recovery was indeed miraculous, baffling her doctors. Her family attributes her healing to the divine intervention they witnessed that night. Inspired by this miracle, they have become vocal advocates for faith and prayer, sharing their story with others and encouraging them to believe in the power of divine intervention. Finally, we visit a school in Ohio, where a group of children reported seeing Jesus and angels during their recess. The children were playing when a bright light appeared in the sky, descending into their schoolyard. In the light, they saw Jesus and a host of angels, smiling and watching over them. Teachers and parents were initially skeptical, but the consistent and detailed accounts from the children convinced them that something extraordinary had occurred. The children described feelings of immense joy and love, and many of them have shown a newfound interest in spirituality and kindness towards others. One of the children, Lily, shared her thoughts. It was like seeing a dream come true. Jesus and the angels were so beautiful, it made me feel happy and safe. The event had a lasting impact on the school community, fostering a spirit of kindness, cooperation, and mutual support among the students and staff. The school even introduced a program to encourage spiritual and moral development, inspired by the children's experience. As we delve deeper into the extraordinary reports of Jesus and an army of angels appearing across the United States, it's crucial to analyze these accounts from multiple perspectives. This section will explore the scientific, psychological, and religious interpretations of these phenomena, offering a comprehensive understanding of what might be behind these divine encounters. From a scientific viewpoint, several theories attempt to explain the phenomena of divine apparitions. Neuroscience, for example, suggests that intense spiritual experiences might be linked to specific brain activity. Researchers have identified areas of the brain that are activated during profound religious experiences, such as the temporal lobes, which are associated with sensory perception and emotional responses. One theory posits that individuals who report seeing divine figures may be experiencing temporal lobe epilepsy, a condition that can cause vivid hallucinations and intense feelings of spirituality. Dr. Michael Persinger, a neuroscientist, has conducted experiments using a device called the God helmet, which stimulates the temporal lobes with magnetic fields. Participants wearing the helmet often report experiencing a presence or seeing divine figures, suggesting that these experiences might be generated by the brain rather than external supernatural forces. Additionally, some scientists propose that stress and emotional distress can trigger hallucinations. During times of crisis, the brain may create comforting visions to help individuals cope with their situations. This explanation aligns with many reports of divine apparitions occurring during periods of personal or collective hardship, providing a psychological mechanism for these experiences. Psychologists offer several interpretations of divine apparitions, focusing on the human need for meaning and comfort. Carl Jung, a pioneering psychologist, introduced the concept of the collective unconscious, a part of the unconscious mind shared by all humans. According to Jung, archetypal images and figures, such as Jesus and angels, reside in the collective unconscious and can manifest during times of crisis or spiritual awakening. From this perspective, seeing divine figures could be an expression of deep-seated psychological needs and desires. For instance, the appearance of Jesus and angels might symbolize hope, protection, and divine intervention, providing psychological solace to individuals facing difficult circumstances. Another psychological theory is that of shared delusions, or collective hallucinations. When a group of people experience a highly emotional or stressful event together, they might collectively create and reinforce a shared vision or experience. This phenomenon could explain why multiple witnesses often report seeing the same divine figures during an apparition, as their shared emotional state and cultural background influence their perceptions. Religious interpretations of these apparitions are diverse and deeply rooted in faith traditions. In Christianity, appearances of Jesus and angels are often seen as direct interventions from God. These events are believed to carry significant messages, calling for repentance, faith renewal, or conveying divine guidance and comfort. The Bible is filled with accounts of angelic visitations and divine encounters, providing a theological framework for understanding modern apparitions. For many believers, these experiences are seen as a continuation of biblical events, affirming their faith and offering reassurance of God's presence in their lives. Furthermore, some religious scholars argue that divine apparitions serve as a response to the spiritual needs of the time. As society faces increasing secularization and existential crises, these apparitions could be viewed as a divine call to return to spiritual values, foster unity, and seek higher purpose. Interestingly, similar phenomena are reported in other religious traditions as well. In Islam, there are accounts of prophetic visions and angelic encounters, often seen as signs of divine favor or messages from Allah. In Hinduism, divine manifestations are considered the presence of deities in the material world, providing blessings and guidance. A comparative religious analysis reveals that despite differences in religious doctrines, the core elements of divine apparitions, visions of sacred figures, experiences of overwhelming peace and love, and subsequent spiritual transformation are remarkably consistent. This suggests a universal human experience of the divine, transcending individual religious boundaries. Cultural influence and media representation. The cultural context in which these apparitions occur also plays a significant role in shaping how they are perceived and interpreted. In the United States, a predominantly Christian nation, reports of seeing Jesus and angels resonate deeply with the cultural and religious background of many individuals. Media representation further amplifies the impact of these apparitions. News reports, documentaries, and social media posts about divine encounters can spread rapidly, influencing public perception and potentially leading to more reported sightings. The media often portrays these events with a sense of wonder and mystery, reinforcing their significance and encouraging others to share their experiences. While many embrace these apparitions as genuine, divine encounters, skeptics offer alternative explanations. Skeptics argue that these experiences can be attributed to psychological phenomena, optical illusions, or even deliberate hoaxes. They point out that human perception is highly fallible and can be influenced by suggestion, expectation, and environmental factors. For instance, pareidolia, the tendency to see familiar patterns in random stimuli, could explain why people see figures resembling Jesus or angels in clouds, reflections, or shadows. Additionally, the power of suggestion can lead individuals to interpret ambiguous sensory information as a divine apparition, especially when primed by religious beliefs or media reports. One of the most compelling aspects of these apparitions is the reported miracles and healings associated with them. Many witnesses claim that their health improved, or they experienced miraculous recoveries following a divine encounter. These accounts often defy medical explanation, adding to the mystique and significance of the apparitions. From a religious perspective, these healings are seen as signs of divine intervention, reinforcing the faith of believers. For skeptics, however, these healings might be explained by the placebo effect or spontaneous remission, natural phenomena that occur independently of any supernatural influence. Beyond individual experiences, these apparitions often have a profound impact on communities. Witnesses report increased church attendance, renewed interest in spiritual practices, and a stronger sense of community cohesion following a divine encounter. These events can inspire charitable activities, social justice initiatives, and other forms of collective action aimed at improving the community. Personal transformation is another common theme in these accounts. Individuals who experience a divine apparition often describe a shift in their priorities and values, moving away from materialistic pursuits towards a more spiritually oriented life. These transformations can lead to significant lifestyle changes, such as dedicating oneself to religious service, philanthropy, or other altruistic endeavors. Given the complexity of these phenomena, an interdisciplinary approach is essential for a comprehensive understanding. Combining insights from neuroscience, psychology, theology, and cultural studies allows for a more nuanced analysis of divine apparitions. For instance, neurotheology, a field that explores the relationship between spirituality and the brain, offers valuable insights into how religious experiences are processed and perceived. Similarly, cultural anthropology examines how different societies interpret and respond to divine encounters, highlighting the interplay between individual experiences and broader cultural narratives. Analyzing divine apparitions also raises important ethical considerations. Respecting the beliefs and experiences of witnesses is crucial, as these events are often deeply personal and meaningful. Skeptical or scientific analyses should be conducted with sensitivity, avoiding dismissive or derogatory attitudes that might undermine the witness's faith and dignity. Furthermore, the potential for exploitation must be acknowledged. In some cases, individuals or organizations might use reports of divine apparitions for personal gain, manipulating public sentiment or seeking financial profit. Ensuring that these phenomena are approached with integrity and respect is essential for maintaining their spiritual and cultural significance. The analysis of divine apparitions, such as the reported appearances of Jesus and an army of angels in the United States, reveals a rich tapestry of interpretations and perspectives. From scientific and psychological theories to religious and cultural analyses, these experiences offer profound insights into the human quest for meaning, comfort, and connection with the divine. As we continue to explore these extraordinary accounts, we must remain open to the diverse explanations and implications they present. Whether viewed as genuine divine interventions, psychological phenomena, or cultural expressions, these apparitions undeniably touch the lives of those who experience them, leaving a lasting impact on their faith, communities, and personal journeys. Divine apparitions of Jesus and an army of angels in the United States have left an indelible mark on culture and society. These sightings resonate deeply, influencing various aspects of life, from media representation to community engagement. In this section, we will explore how these apparitions have shaped cultural narratives, inspired artistic expressions, and impacted social behaviors. Media coverage plays a significant role in shaping public perception of divine apparitions. News outlets, documentaries, and social media platforms amplify these stories, reaching a wide audience and sparking widespread interest and debate. Reports of divine encounters often capture headlines, with dramatic descriptions and emotional testimonies drawing viewers in. Television programs and films have also explored these phenomena, blending fact and fiction to create compelling narratives. Shows like Unsolved Mysteries and Ancient Aliens have featured episodes on divine apparitions, presenting eyewitness accounts alongside expert analyses. These portrayals contribute to the public's fascination with supernatural events and reinforce the cultural significance of such experiences. Social media platforms provide a space for individuals to share their stories and connect with others who have had similar experiences. Hashtags related to divine apparitions trend periodically, bringing together believers, skeptics, and curious onlookers. Online communities dedicated to discussing these phenomena foster a sense of solidarity and shared belief, further embedding these experiences into the cultural fabric. The impact of divine apparitions extends to the realm of art, inspiring artists to create works that capture the essence of these encounters. Paintings, sculptures, music, and literature have all been influenced by reports of divine sightings, reflecting the profound emotional and spiritual impact of these events. Visual artists often depict scenes of apparitions with a focus on light and ethereal figures, using their medium to convey the otherworldly nature of these experiences. For instance, paintings might show a radiant Jesus surrounded by glowing angels, evoking a sense of awe and reverence. These artworks serve as both personal expressions of faith and public statements of the divine's presence in the world. Music, too, has been inspired by divine apparitions. Composers and musicians create pieces that capture the emotional intensity of these experiences, using melody and harmony to evoke feelings of wonder and spiritual transcendence. Hymns and contemporary Christian music often incorporate themes of divine encounters, reinforcing the cultural impact of these events through song. Literature provides another avenue for exploring divine apparitions. Authors write novels, memoirs, and essays that delve into personal and fictionalized accounts of these phenomena. These works not only entertain, but also provoke thought and discussion about the nature of faith, the divine, and human experience. Beyond individual and artistic expressions, divine apparitions have a tangible impact on communities and social behaviors. Reports of these sightings often lead to increased religious activity, with people flocking to churches, prayer meetings, and spiritual gatherings in search of meaning and connection. In communities where divine apparitions have been reported, there is often a surge in collective religious fervor. Churches may experience a rise in attendance, with more people participating in services, prayer groups, and community outreach programs. This renewed interest in faith can strengthen communal bonds and foster a sense of unity and purpose. Additionally, divine apparitions inspire acts of charity and social justice. Witnesses and believers, moved by their experiences, often feel compelled to give back to their communities and help those in need. This can manifest in various forms, such as volunteering, donating to charitable causes, and advocating for social change. These actions not only benefit the community, but also reinforce the positive cultural impact of divine encounters. The influence of divine apparitions extends into popular culture, shaping how these phenomena are represented in movies, television shows, books, and other media. Popular culture often reflects societal beliefs and values, and the portrayal of divine encounters is no exception. Movies and TV shows frequently depict divine apparitions as pivotal plot points, using them to explore themes of faith, redemption, and the supernatural. Characters experiencing these apparitions often undergo significant personal transformations, mirroring the real-life impact of such encounters. These portrayals can spark interest and curiosity among viewers, prompting further exploration of the topic. Books and graphic novels also delve into the theme of divine apparitions, weaving intricate stories that combine fiction with elements of real reports. These works can reach a broad audience, making the concept of divine encounters more accessible and relatable. By blending entertainment with spiritual exploration, popular culture helps keep the topic of divine apparitions alive in public consciousness. Divine apparitions have also garnered interest from scholars and educators, leading to academic studies and educational initiatives aimed at understanding these phenomena. Researchers in fields such as theology, psychology, anthropology, and sociology examine the reports and impacts of divine sightings, contributing to a deeper understanding of their significance. Universities and seminaries may offer courses and seminars that explore the history, theology, and cultural implications of divine apparitions. These educational programs provide students with a comprehensive view of the phenomena, encouraging critical thinking and open-minded exploration of spiritual experiences. Scholarly publications and journals often feature articles on divine apparitions, presenting research findings, theoretical analyses, and case studies. These contributions help legitimize the study of divine encounters, positioning them as a worthy subject of academic inquiry and public discourse. In some cases, sites associated with divine apparitions become destinations for religious tourism and pilgrimage. People travel from near and far to visit places where divine encounters have been reported, seeking spiritual experiences and personal transformation. These pilgrimage sites often feature chapels, shrines, and visitor centers, providing spaces for prayer, reflection, and learning. The influx of visitors can have a positive economic impact on the local community, supporting businesses and creating jobs. However, it also presents challenges, such as managing large crowds and preserving the sanctity of the site. Pilgrimages to these sites can be deeply meaningful for participants, offering opportunities for spiritual renewal, community bonding, and personal reflection. The cultural impact of these journeys is significant, reinforcing the importance of divine apparitions in the collective consciousness of believers. The cultural impact of divine apparitions, such as the reported appearances of Jesus and an army of angels in the United States, is vast and multifaceted. These encounters resonate deeply with individuals and communities, inspiring artistic expressions, shaping public perception, and influencing social behaviors. As we continue to explore these extraordinary phenomena, we gain a richer understanding of their role in shaping our cultural and spiritual landscapes. Now, we will turn to the personal reflections of individuals who have experienced or been touched by reports of Jesus and an army of angels appearing in the United States. These experiences have deepened faith, ignited acts of kindness, shifted life priorities, brought peace and mindfulness, strengthened religious communities, sparked miraculous healings, and fostered a sense of love and empathy in young people. The reflections highlight the profound and lasting impact of these divine encounters on personal faith, spirituality, and life choices. Like Sarah's reflection from Texas, she is one of the witnesses from the small town in Texas, shares how the divine encounter transformed her life. Before that evening, my faith was more of a routine than a living, breathing part of my life.